Look up, there's a new life waiting. Your head's buried in the sand. You've been dealt the wrong.
Welcome back. 5K Sunday chance. Mr. X here. Going to be looking at Prophecy versus Mutiny. This one is a best of 3 chance. So Prof loses this one, their date is over.
I don't know what like it's called when you have the piano or like whatever it's called going bum bum bum. But I would definitely like if you could like somehow over at like the ESR setup get like that sound effect to come in. So whenever you say stuff really dramatic like that, just play that in the background. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That would be kind of cool. It's going to be a uplink on Detroit. Who do you want to start things off with?
Lacefield. Lacefield, I'm pretty sure, is at the bottom of the scoreboard for his team on hardpoint. I'd like to see if he can step it up a little bit on the uplink, obviously, because I think Prophecy is going to be able to run this team over at the very least in uplink. So Lacefield's the dude that's going to prove me wrong.
Yeah, it looked like Prop tried to do a little bit of a interesting strat, trying to grab the drone, throw it down the back alley off the start. It's going to be Octane with it in his hands. He's going to dunk it in for 2, so Prop going to be on the board first here on uplink Detroit. It's going to be Apathy, though, getting off to the best start out of anybody. It's going to be starting out 4-0. He actually went to go past the drone to Octane inside of school, but actually just picked up that aim assist onto... Okay, picked it up on Aqua, as you see there. Octane going to jump in for 2. That looked very weird on my screen, Chance. I don't know about you.
My screen, it looked relatively normal. Aqua had the drone running behind Octane in school, and they did the old TR strat we saw where they would pass it up to the first guy, and then he would jump in and be able to dunk it through the portal. Obviously, the ping for like the little uplink, that little message that tells you where the person is always going to lag just a little bit behind. So when you pass it forward, it's going to be able to catch the other team off guard, put the dunk in. But they're going to go up 4-0 in the first minute and 15 seconds. So Prophecy definitely looking really good so far.
Yeah, Prop doing a great job on the good side, holding things down. It's going to be Reviction jumping over blue wall. It's going to be Nuglet throwing it into the Prop base. Not able to do anything about it. Going to go on board with Aches here in a second. Trying to go back alley with the drone. Looks like he's going to have one teammate directly in front of him. Going to try and push out over into the mid street. That's going to be Aqua. Aqua's going to be behind enemy lines. He's going to get one, not able to get another, but you see the position that Aches is in. Should be able to go for a 1-point throw. He's taken out. Apathy trying to push up, keep the score alive for Prophecy. He's going to drop as well, so it's going to be Mutiny on the offensive now with the drone.
Yeah, and Reviction elected to not just reset the drone. He's going to push it up mid-mat himself anyway. However, his teammates don't quite have the support they need yet. Obviously, Baby Slush is alive right now after he killed Aqua, but eventually Reviction's just going to have to try and get map control himself. You see he's going to go for that 15-second reset. So he can pull out his gun and see if he can do anything in that category. Also, Nuglet has stepped it up quite a bit. Started out 1-5. At one point went on a 3 streak, so not like having the greatest game in the world. But nonetheless, Reviction's going to get a 3-piece anyway. Definitely good stuff out of him to get rid of the drone so he can pull out his gun. Getting 3-piece is always going to be a good thing. Now Lacify is going to be able to go for that 2-point play. He's going to be able to get that done. Now reducing the deficit just 4-2. And we saw it on the hard point. Prophecy went up very nice lead early on, and then at some point Mutiny was just able to stop all the momentum and able to get a lead of themselves, and potentially they could be doing the exact same thing here in this uplink match.
Yeah, Apathy with a nice kill right there. Just going to throw that stun in, pick up 1. But he's going to drop in school. I think this would be a win if Mutiny was able to keep the score like this going into the second half. I mean, playing from bad side, if you can keep it to just a 1-possession game, you'll take that any day. Especially after winning map number 1 the fashion they did. You hit it right on the head. You know, it was Prop in control early, and then the guys on Mutiny just started to heat up and really outplay them. Now you see the guys on Mutiny doing a nice job towards the middle of the map, just trying to keep this one alive, though. Octane going to AR some people out of the middle. He's going to be able to pick up drone, see what he decides to do with it.
And of course, they're going to be going for that normal standard school push. Nuglet is going to be on the flank, however. He's able to pick up Aches. Now he just has to catch up to the drone carrier, who's actually going to be juking out mid-map. He's going to get taken down very quickly as soon as he does, though. I believe he was 1 shot anyways before he jumped out. So now we're going to see Reviction again, drone in hand, if they can make anything work. At the very least, just waste time, because as you said, you know, a 1-possession gameplay going in a good side, generally going to be a win for your squad anyway. Reviction, though, going to get taken down in that garage hill. Now the drone is going to be picked up by a player from Prophecy. If he wants to pick it up, that's going to be Apathy, who does do so. Again, trying to work something over that school area, but all 4 players from Mutiny up right now, putting so much pressure on Prophecy.
Yeah, Aches with a really slow start. 5-12. Going to definitely need him to pick it up in the second half if Prof is able to win that. I mean, not going to be able to beat a team like Mutiny, who, they did a fantastic job slaying, as it looks like they're going to go for a pass. Nugget, he's going to be taken out, but you're going to need Aches to play much better if you're going to beat this Mutiny team in the second half, who's going into good side. If, Aches is not slaying in the the bad side of the map, he's going to play like that. You expect Mutiny to put up some pretty nice points.
Yeah, especially since I believe that Patrick Price is going to be the guy running the bow. So if you have one of your bow players not doing anything in terms of map control, it's just going to make it all the much more difficult. Octane, though, does have the drone. He has about 10 seconds left before he needs to get, at the very least, a 1-point toss-off. It looks like he's going to be trying to do just that. Going to get the throw in. Interception does not come in, so they are able to make it a 2-possession gameplay going in the second half. However, a 3-point lead is not as devastating as what I was expecting for Prophecy to be able to pull off.
Oh, yeah, huge play right there at the end from Octane. I mean, to be able to get that 1-point score, that's absolutely massive. I mean, could end up deciding the game. We talked about how good it would be for Mutiny if they were able to keep it to a 1-possession game. Now we have a 2-possession game. Seems like puts it a little bit out of hand for this Mutiny squad, but I think it'll be a pretty close finish. I think we go on with somebody from Mutiny, start this one off. I think we go on with Baby Slush. He's sitting at 16-7.
Baby Slush definitely having a pretty good game. He's also rocking the 2000 for his gamer tag. I don't know if that means he did really well in the 2K series, but I wouldn't put it past him. Obviously, had a very good hard-point game and keeping the slaying going, obviously sitting at 16-7 right now. However, that's going to be 3 players down for Mutiny, as Patrick Price has stepped it up a little bit, starting off with the 2-piece right now, and just more red in that kill feed. After he's going to be able to get the dunk, and within the first 30 seconds, Prophecy, again, going to strike with a 2-point play.
Yeah, you can't let that happen. Off the bat, it's going to be Prof getting that 2-point play. That is huge. Mutiny kind of loses any type of momentum control they had and making a comeback now. Game drastically different, 7-2 in favor of Prof. It's going to be Reviction on your screen with the drone. It's going to be Baby Slush picking up a kill in the kill feed. Going to try and force this one over towards School, but you see Prof doing a great job just putting all their focus on it on the minimap.
Yeah, and once again, Reviction, who was your drone carrier, was just going to have to get rid of it so he could pull out his gun and try and get map control. However, I believe Ace was actually able to stick him with the Semtex grenade right there. Either way, he is going to get taken out. Now, I believe that drone just got resetted for another 15-second reset, which at this point is just going to be huge for Prophecy. Obviously, on the bad side, generally your rule is going to be you just want to waste as much time as possible, and especially when you have a 7-2 lead.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. I mean, you have a 7-2 lead, you just keep resetting the drone. It makes that other team just play desperate on the middle of the map, and that's exactly what the guys on Prof want to happen. They want to get the guys on this Mutiny squad pretty desperate, trying to get them to push up the map, get all 4 dead, and then try and push the drone up. You see Prof tried to move the drone up the middle of the map. They're not able to do so. It's going to be Nuglet with the drone for the guys on Mutiny, but it's going to be Apathy, middle of the map, able to pick up 1. We're going to stop that push from Mutiny. Fantastic play by Apathy.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I was thinking about this a second ago as the drone is mid-map and not doing too much. It must have been really nice to be like a complexity/evil genius coach, because you were saying on the first side how Ace needs to step it up a little bit, obviously with bad start at 5-12. Now he's already at 15-17, definitely having a much better second side. So I can only imagine that you as a coach could just be like, Ace, start killing things, and just immediately starts going massive. Like, I would just love to have been able to like be a part of that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, just a fantastic way to come back from Aches. I mean, on a 4 streak right now, just doing a great job, just locking down the middle of the map now with the bow. Just completely different player here in the second half. Gonna see if he can try and just get this one over towards his teammates. Gonna go to Octane. Octane's gonna dunk that one in for 2. Fantastic play from the guys on Prof. I expect this to go to a game 3. Don't think the Mutiny guys are gonna be able to come back.
No, not at all. We've just seen, I don't want to call it like perfect uplink play, but very, very like solid teamwork. I think every single 2-point dunk they've had come in came off of a pass right at the very end of it. Even when they're pushing through School, we see all the times team can just run it straight through there and get the dunk off. Even then, they are still going to pass it to the player that's out in front. And I believe same thing every single time a dunk has come in. On this side, it's been a pass forward to a player that was already in the base, putting so much pressure on, forcing the spawns out. That's going to be able to receive the pass, put in the 2-point dunk right away. So again, Prophecy, extremely talented uplink squad. We've seen the team work out of them time and time again.
Well, it's really just Mutiny not able to slay as well as they did on map number 1. Baby Slush had another good game, but Nugget and Lacefield Lev both didn't really have that spectacular games. I mean, 16 and 18 from Lacefield Lev, and 2 uplinks to his name, I guess that's not bad. I mean, he's got the only 2 points for his team. But, you know, Nuglet, 15-23, no OBJ work as Aqua picking up a nice 3-piece mid-map. Nope, not a lot of just help. And you see what Prof is doing. I love this. It's going to be Octane just sitting in his base with the drone. Now it's going to force the players of Mutiny to come over towards the Prophecy base. They're going to have to try and get him out of there with the drone. He's just going to hold on to this. You know, he's maybe done it for 20-30 seconds at this point. It's going to be very hard for Mutiny to get the drone back. I mean, all he has to do is sit back here. If he gets challenged, just turn around, throw it out. Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to do this for the remainder of the time. Prophecy just maintaining the slaying category, the kill feed, been nothing but red, doing an extremely good job. You even see they've kind of like triangulated Octane's position, so they can call it like, hey, now's the time to get rid of it. But this is kind of hilarious to me. I don't think we've ever seen this before in Uplink, and it's worked incredibly well for them. They win a solid minute of Octane doing nothing other than carrying the drone, and then as soon as all that pressure is put on, obviously he resets the drone, but his teammates got slayed out, so then they're going to spawn up mid-map and going to have a chance to play the drone as well. But either way, Prophecy definitely going to be able to take map number 2.
Perfect uplink play out of Prophecy. Love the way they played the last minute, 20 seconds there with Octane just sitting in the base as the other 3 able to slay out. Aches picks it up in the second half, finishes 21-22. Forces a game 3 here in round number 3 of the 5K against Mutiny. We'll be bringing you guys that one right after this quick commercial break.